Welcome to Stoic Mindset Daily. In today's video, we're going to explore something that almost every man has wondered at some point. Why is it that some men always seem to have women respect them, admire them, and feel naturally drawn toward them, while others get stuck in endless games, disrespect, and even flat-out rejection? Now, here's the truth. It's not about being the most handsome. It's not about having the most money. And it's definitely not about being lucky. The real difference lies in behavior. Smart men understand something that most men completely overlook. What you do and what you refuse to do sends stronger signals than anything you ever say. And when it comes to women, there are a handful of subtle mistakes most men don't even realize they're making that can silently destroy her respect for you faster than anything else. The crazy part: many men think they're being loving, thoughtful, or caring. But in her eyes, those same actions look weak, desperate, or downright unattractive. That's why in this video, we're going to break down 9 things smart men never do with women. If you catch yourself doing any of these, you need to stop immediately. Because the longer you let these patterns run your relationships, the harder they are to break. Before we dive in, let me remind you, if you want to master female psychology, attraction, and relationships through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism while building unshakable confidence and self-respect, make sure you subscribe to Stoic Mindset Daily right now. Don't wait until your next heartbreak to figure this stuff out. The insights we share here could save you years of frustration, rejection, and wasted effort. All right, let's get started. Mistake number 1, overexplaining yourself. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been accused of something by a woman? Maybe she questions why you did something, and your instinct is to launch into a long speech to justify yourself. Most men fall into this exact trap. They think, if I just explain enough, if I just give her every detail, then she'll finally understand me, respect me, and stop doubting me. But here's the brutal truth. When you over-explain, you don't look reasonably, look guilty, uncertain, and weak. Smart men understand something deeper. Your actions speak louder than your explanations. When a woman doubts you, that's her choice. You don't need to beg her to see your side. A calm, short response carries more weight than 100 words of justification. For example, imagine she asks, "Why didn't you call me right after work?" Most men panic. They'll say something like, "Oh, I was really busy. My boss called me. Then I was stuck in traffic, and then my phone battery was dying." But a confident man simply says, "I was busy." No drama. No begging for her approval. No verbal gymnastics. A man who explains too much is silently saying, "Please believe me. Please don't be upset. I need you to validate me." A man who stays calm says, "I don't need to justify myself. My life speaks for itself." This doesn't mean you're rude. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't chase validation with your words. Women respect men whose presence communicates strength. And over-explaining is the opposite. It communicates insecurity. So remember, explanations create weakness. Brevity creates power. Mistake number 2, chasing women. This one is huge. Chasing is one of the biggest killers of attraction. Here's the problem. When a man chases a woman, what he's really saying is, "You're the prize. My life is incomplete without you. I'll do anything to earn your approval." But here's the secret. It's that smart men know. You are the prize, you see? Women respect men who are grounded in their own value. A man who chases is basically advertising that he has no value without her. A man who doesn't chase is silently saying, "I already have value. You're welcome to be part of it. But I won't beg you." Let's put it this way. Attraction cannot be forced. Chasing might seem like persistence, but what it really does is reverse polarity. Instead of her being drawn toward you, you're pushing her away by proving you have no options, no confidence, and no self-respect. Smart men don't chase because they understand the law of magnetism. People are drawn to those who live with purpose, stand firm in who they are, and don't collapse at the thought of being alone. Women want to be with men who choose them from a place of strength, not men who beg for them from a place of emptiness. And here's the ironic part. The less you chase, the more she feels the pull toward you. Mistake number 3, revealing too much. Too soon we live in the age of oversharing. Social media, dating apps, constant texting. Most men think that if they tell a woman everything about themselves right away, it'll build trust and closeness, but it doesn't. It kills the mystery attraction, thrives on curiosity. Think about it. What's more intriguing, the entire book on the first page, or discovering the story one chapter at a time? Smart men reveal themselves slowly over time. They let her wonder. They let her ask questions. They let the connection unfold at a natural pace. The moment you dump your entire life story into her lap, she subconsciously feels, I already know everything about him. There's nothing left to discover. And when mystery dies, attraction fades. Now, important point. Mystery is not manipulation. It's not about playing games. It's simply about pacing. It's about letting trust and attraction build slowly, instead of rushing to prove yourself worthy. Remember, the man who reveals everything at once looks insecure. The man who reveals things gradually looks confident, because only a man of value can afford to take his time. Mistake number 4, trying to fix women's this. Mistake is subtle but deadly. A lot of men think they're being good partners when they constantly try to fix a woman's problems. She complains and he jumps in with solutions. She talks about her past trauma and he makes it his mission to heal her. She acts out and he thinks, I can change her if I just love her enough. But here's the Stoic truth. You cannot fix anyone. Smart men understand that every human being must walk their own path. When a man takes it upon himself to rescue a woman, he's not being strong, he's being naive. Because here's what happens. You try to fix her problems. She doesn't change. You get frustrated. She loses respect because you've made her your project instead of your partner. Women don't want a therapist. They don't want a savior. They want a man who listens, empathizes, and supports them without losing himself in their chaos. A Stoic man offers presence, not rescue. He offers empathy, not control, when you stop trying to fix women. You stop draining your energy in battles you cannot win and you start commanding. Respect by living your own truth. Mistake number 5, neglecting your purpose. This one is absolutely critical. Too many men make this mistake. The moment they start dating a woman, they drop everything else in their life, their hobbies, their goals, their ambitions. Suddenly, she becomes the center of their entire world. At first, she might even enjoy it. She might think, wow, he's giving me all his attention. But very soon, something shifts. She loses respect. Why? Because women don't want to be your entire purpose. They want to join you on your mission. When a man gives up his dreams for her, she doesn't feel valued. She feels burdened. She realizes she's dating a man who has no direction except her. And that's not attractive. Smart men never abandon their path. They stay rooted in their mission. Their discipline, their growth, their woman becomes part of their journey, not the replacement for it. This is why Stoic philosophy emphasizes purpose. The man who knows his why never collapses when life tests him. If you make her the center of your universe, she will orbit away. But if you stay centered on your purpose, she'll want to revolve around you. Mistake number 6, competing for her attention. You've seen this before at parties, on double dates, maybe even with friends. A group of men trying to outdo each other for a woman's laughs, approval, and validation. But here's the truth. When you compete for her attention, you're saying her value is higher than yours. And that kills attraction. Smart men don't compete because they don't even see themselves as being in the race. Their worth isn't determined by whether she laughs at their joke or chooses them over the next guy. A grounded man knows this. If she chooses me, great. If not, it changes nothing about my value. And ironically, that calm detachment is what makes him stand out in a sea of desperate men. When you're unbothered, you radiate strength. And strength is magnetic. Mistake number 7, depending on her for happiness. This is one of the most dangerous traps of all. Many men fall into the illusion that a woman's love is the source of their happiness. When she's present, they feel joy. When she pulls away, they collapse into despair. But this is weakness, because true happiness must be built from within. Stoic man finds joy in his purpose, in his growth, in his discipline, in his ability to live in alignment with his values. A woman can add to that happiness, but she is never the foundation of it. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop needing her to be happy, the moment you stand complete in yourself, that's when she feels most drawn to you, because nothing is more attractive than a man who is whole. Mistake number 8, reacting emotionally to tests. Here's something most men don't realize. Women test men. It's not malicious, it's part of attraction psychology. She might challenge you. She might ignore you. She might flirt with someone else just to see your reaction. If you respond with anger, insecurity, or emotional chaos, she instantly knows you're unstable. But the Stoic man, he stays calm. He sees the test. He smiles. He carries on. His frame is unshakable. And here's the thing. Once she realizes you cannot be rattled, her need to test you disappears. That calm strength is magnetic, because deep down, every woman wants to feel safe with her man. And nothing creates safety like emotional stability. Mistake number 9, apologizing for your standards. Final mistake is the one that destroys more men than almost anything else. Apologizing for your standards. Weak. Men will lower their standards just to keep a woman around. They'll accept behavior they don't. They'll tolerate disrespect. They'll hide their true values because they're scared she'll leave. But smart men never do this. They know that standards are what define them. If you give them up, you lose her respect, and worse, you lose your own. A man who apologizes for his standards is saying, I don't deserve respect. I'll bend for you no matter what. But a man who stands firm says, this is who I am. You can rise to meet me, or you can walk away. Either way, I don't lose. And that's the key. When you hold your standards, you always win. Either she meets them and respects you, or she leaves and makes space for someone who truly values you.